Isn't it just the greatest feeling when you've had this big win, you've had this big success, or you've got something to look forward to because you're going on that big vacation that you've worked so hard for, and you're telling your friend about it. And your friend, how is your friend reacting? Isn't it just the greatest feeling to have a friend that is honestly happy for your achievement, honestly happy for everything positive that happens to you, instead of showing you jealousy, instead of showing you negativity? Hi, I am Jackie. Welcome to a new episode of your Who I Am podcast. In a world where there is so much hatred and comparison and competition happening, I want to give you the perspective of positive energy radiating out. So it's going to come back to you like a boomerang, because that's the whole principle behind it. Whatever you send out into the universe is typically what you receive back. And that's not just a saying as in treat other people the way you want to be treated. No, it's not magic. It's not hocus pocus. It is happening. And if you look closely to your own past and even into your circle of friends and family, you will probably detect that phenomena of people that are constantly radiating positive energy. And what's happening to them? Positive or negative? Good things or bad things? And then you will find people that are constantly radiating negative energy. And how's their life doing? How's their perspective? So if you've been looking to implement less comparison, jealousy into your life and exchange that with more positive energy, this episode, this practice is especially for you. I invite you to keep an open mind for this one. Gift yourself with a big, big smile over both your ears, and then let's get started. Cultivating more positivity is a general shift of mindset to begin with, but when it comes to comparison and competition or even jealousy, it is a shift that comes from an impulse reaction. So instead of having a seated or corpse meditation, we're gonna mingle the mindset work with some physical activity today to make this change happening for you. So please get up on your feet now. Put your phone aside at best if you are having some headphones. It's the easiest to continue. Otherwise, put your phone or put your laptop to the side. And then just get up on your feet and shake off loose for a moment. And yes, I really want you to do that. Nobody's watching you, and I'm not going to judge you. So get up on your feet, shake loose here, shake your legs, your arms, your whole body, your shoulders, even your head left to right. Shake yourself loose as though you're a kid dancing in the rain. Raise the hands above your head if you will. Just make any fun movement that you feel in your body right now to shake off loose, get rid of all the tension, and empty your cup here. As I mentioned, an open mind is the best preparation for this practice. So shake it off a little more. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Very good. And then keep on standing on your feet. The first step is simply becoming aware of when your mind starts to compare or compete. And that internal voice can sometimes be so automatic, but just catching you in that moment can interrupt the cycle. So, next off, start slowly walking through the room that you're in right now, perhaps even outside on a walk. Anyway, this is perfect. And just start consciously walking and thinking of a situation that you can resonate with when it comes to a reaction of yourself based on something your friend told you or something that happened on social media even. And think of your impulse reaction to that. The most important in those situations and with any of those that might come up in the future is to pause. Before even falling into a reaction, allow yourself that moment of pause, particularly when you can feel a negative impulse arising within you. Try to redirect your thoughts in that moment of pause and ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is it serving the other person? What if I focused on my strength instead of comparing them to others? And then once you've gained that awareness, redirect it to a thought that will serve you, that will serve the other person, the person you love, in a better way. So, step number one is pause in that moment. Step number two, and probably one of the quickest ways to shift your energy, is through gratitude. It is hard to feel jealousy or hatred when you're focused on what you already have. You can start with a daily gratitude practice, whether that's writing, for example, 3 things that you're thankful for every morning, or simply inviting some little moments during the day to appreciate small things. Once your thoughts are embracing what you're grateful for, it will make it so much harder to feel competitive or to feel negative even. So it's a great way to start your day or even end your day depending on what fits your routine better. But it's definitely a daily practice that I highly recommend to implement as well. And to start off with it right away, as you're walking here, I'd like you to think of 3 things that you are grateful for in this very moment. Start with a practice right away, and it will get you straight into that mindset. I am grateful for. Wonderful. Trust me, it will get easier once you have a regular practice with that. I'm pretty sure that things will come to your mind so much easier with practice. Step number 3, a huge step towards breaking the cycle of comparison, is to learn to genuinely celebrate others. And that is especially people that you love, family members, friends, people that are in your closest cycle. But it can also just be someone on the subway or someone that you walk into on the streets. So when you see someone succeeding, instead of feeling threatened or envious, this also goes for things that you see on social media. Try to feel happy for them. Think of it like sharing in their joy. which naturally raises your energy too. And it can feel awkward in the beginning, but especially if you've been conditioned to see success as a zero sum game. But practicing this over time rewires your brain to focus on positive exchange rather than competition. So, as an almost immediate practice for step number 3, think of a practice for yourself that you can do after listening to this. So, at best, still today, it could be giving a compliment to someone you walk into on the street because they seem to have a new haircut, or they're just wearing the most beautiful color pants. Or make it something that is less obvious. Make it something that you can sense in their energy. Or just send a beautiful message to a friend to compliment them on something that's happened to them just most recently. Just think of anything that fits your situation. And then let's move on to step number 4. I hope you are still consciously walking, and I also want to emphasize you to continue a calm, deep breath while you're walking and being on this journey. So, step number 4 is about redirecting towards self improvement, which means instead of comparing yourself to others, you're going to focus on your personal growth, which means setting goals for yourself and following your own roots based on your values and your passions. It also goes along with keeping promises to yourself, working hard towards your goals instead of watching everybody else achieve theirs. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, there is no need to compete with anyone else. You're simply on your own journey, and that's enough. So, if you want to implement a practice straight away and you might not have found or set goals for yourself just yet, perhaps you want to set yourself a goal for this week, something that you want to achieve by the end of the week, and something that is measurable and realistic to be achieved within this week. Because if you do set goals, it is highly important that you can realistically achieve them. Okay, step number 5 is all about kindness and compassion. If you want to be kinder to other people and changing impulse reactions, it all starts with you yourself. Are you kind to yourself in moments of low energy? I mean, we can't always be high energy all day, every day. So if you think to the last day or moment where you were in low energy, although you felt like you want or need to push high, start by observing if you are reacting with kindness to your own behavior. By being kinder to yourself, you're taking out the pressure, you elevate your own mood, your own energy, and in turn, you help breaking the cycle of negativity. And once you've started cultivating that towards yourself, to cultivate kindness and compassion towards yourself, you can start radiating it out to other people as well. So, again, if you want to start the practice right away, find things that you can say to yourself in love and kindness. Perhaps it's one thing. Perhaps you find 2 or 3 aspects right away that you can affirm yourself in love, kindness, and compassion. Step number 6, and this one requires some true honesty with yourself because it comes to reflection of your own emotions and the place where they actually come from. So emotions like jealousy, anger, resentment, they are completely natural, but they often stem from deeper fears or insecurities. So when you notice these emotions rising, try not to judge yourself for having them, but instead acknowledge them and let them pass through without acting on them. And with practice, you'll start to become less attached to these emotions. And you're going to open up room for peace and positivity. But please, this is a matter of long-term practice, which you can start working on right away. It's not going to be something that will change overnight. So put pressure out here, especially in step number 6. And it is a matter of continuous reflection and the willingness of changing and detecting where fears are rising from and what they are based on to actually change it and flip it and exchange it with positive emotions instead. So next time you will feel an impulse reaction rising, remember step number 1, pause. And then step number 2, try and detect your emotion in that situation. Why do you feel jealous? Why do you feel anger rising? Where is this based on? And how can you work with it? How can you work with it, not against it? Notice the emotion being, give it room, give it space, and then let it pass. Last step, step number 7, is to surround yourself with positive people. The root of this step is you can change your own behavior, your own reaction, but you can change others. The only power that you've got to react is to let them be. Let them be in their own energy. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. At the end of it all, energy is contagious, so try to build a supportive system of people who lift you up rather than have people bring you down all the time. Because you will be the one to end up in frustration. And honestly, sometimes letting people be and letting them go as well is a huge sign. And it will start having those people reflect on their energy and their actions and reactions. So for the moment, being around people who focus on collaboration, on kindness, on their own growth, it will naturally influence your own mindset and it will leave room to blossom. This last step is one that you don't immediately have to act on, so you don't need to cancel on half of your friendships, of course. But if you do detect a negative friendship or one that tends to bring you down in any situation, perhaps you can give it a thought of just giving this relationship a break for a while. Okay. Now take a few last steps and breaths as well to have all that sink in. Perhaps go through each step one more time. First step is to pause. Second, practice your gratitude. Third step is to celebrate others. Step number 4 is to redirect your energy into self-improvement. Step number 5 is to practice kindness and compassion, first of all towards yourself and then towards others. Step number 7, and last step of this one, is to surround yourself with positive people. Now pause your walk, open your arms to both sides and take a deep inhale through your nose. And with your exhale, give yourself a big, big hug around your shoulders. Smile, feel that warmth, feel that happiness that's rising inside you. I hope this practice is going to help you implement more positivity in your life. I hope you're going to benefit from it. If you like, and if you know someone who could benefit from this practice, please send it on. I send you all my love and light, and I'll talk to you very soon. And one more thing before you head off, if you have any questions or you just like to get in touch, feel free to send me a message and share all your thoughts on who.i.m.ycm. You can find me on Instagram, and I cannot wait to hear from you. Have a good day.